What's up? It's Ben from WODprep, and in this video, I am going to share my top 5 benchmark workouts for CrossFit beginners. In this video, I'm taking one of my most commonly asked questions. Ben, what are some easy CrossFit workouts that I can do? Well, here's the thing. They're not easy, but these 5 workouts that I've handpicked are great workouts to try, and then as you get more fit, try them again, because what's so special about CrossFit and about functional fitness is that it's repeatable and testable. So all of these workouts, if you did these workouts over the next 5 days, then you can come back in a few weeks from now, test them again, or a few months from now, test them again. And if your time or your score gets better, then you know that you are getting fitter. That's what's so great about CrossFit is we can measure our results, do it again, and if we see an improvement, we know by definition we have gotten fitter, and that is awesome. So in this video, I'm gonna go over 5 workouts. Again, no workout should be easy, because if we're truly pushing ourselves to get the best score and to truly test our fitness, you should be tired at the end of all of these. They're gonna range from different time domains. We have some that could be really, really short, quick workouts under 5 minutes, and we have some that'll be potentially 20 minutes or longer. And the great thing is that these 5 workouts, you will only need a few pieces of equipment. Number 1, you need a barbell with some bumper plates, so some weights you can move around. For one of the workouts, we're gonna be using a kettlebell. And for a couple of them, we're gonna need a pull-up bar. That's it. If you have those 3 core pieces of equipment, then you will be able to do all 5 of these workouts and many, many more great benchmark workouts. Now, when I say benchmark workout, these are some of the most popular CrossFit workouts of all time. They were created to test certain aspects of our fitness. And what's cool is that thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people have been doing these workouts for years and years and years. So there's lots of data to show what a good score is and what a bad score is. I'm not gonna really worry too much about your score right now. What I care about is that you test these workouts, you make sure that your reps are good, you do them to the standard, and then you test them again a couple months later and see if you've improved. So with that, let's dig into the first workout. And oh, by the way, I will be providing scaling options, some really quick, easy scaling options as I go through these 5 workouts. The thing that you need to know about scaling is when it comes to scaling a workout, that means modifying a workout to suit you and your fitness level. We can do it infinitely, but when we scale, it should be done in three ways. You can scale the reps, you can scale the range of motion, and you can scale the weight. Those are the 3 ways that I want you to scale. Either all of them, one of them, or a combination of 3. The first workout that we're gonna do that I love is called Cindy. It's a very simple workout. All you need is a pull-up bar. Cindy is, you have 20 minutes to accumulate as many rounds as possible of 5 pull-ups. So you can do them strict if you want. You can do them kipping, or heck, you can do them butterfly. 5 pull-ups, which means I start with my arms locked out, I finish with my chin above the bar. However you want to do that, it counts. 10 push-ups, so the push-ups, my chest touches the ground, full lockout of the elbows. And then 15 squats or air squats, so no weight needed, just your body weight. I go down to where my hip crease is below the top of my knee, and I stand all the way up. So 15 of those, making sure I stand all the way up with every rep. Now, as a quick example, I won't do this with every workout, but as a quick example, how can we scale this workout appropriately? Maybe 5 pull-ups is too many pull-ups for you. Maybe you can only do 1 pull-up at a time. So we can scale reps, we can scale ROM, or we can scale the weight. If we wanted to scale the reps, you could do Cindy, but instead of 5 pull-ups each round, you could do 2 pull-ups each round. And then when you went to retest in the future, you do Cindy with only 2 pull-ups each round to see how you've improved. Or we can scale the range of motion. So maybe if you can't do a full pull-up, you could do 5 jumping pull-ups. So by that, I'm jumping up into the bar and pulling my chin above the bar like this. I jump, pull. What that's doing is that's reducing the range of motion that I actually need to pull. So you could do 5 jumping pull-ups. Jump up, and every time I'm getting my chin above the bar. That's just one example. And then last, you could scale the weight. I don't have it out, but I could easily grab a band, throw the band over the pull-up bar, stand in the band, and do banded pull-ups. That would be scaling the weight because the band reduces the amount of weight that I'm lifting because the band has upward momentum. It's basically like if I were to trim 30 pounds off my body weight and do pull-ups like that, that's what a band is going to do. So it's pulling my body weight down, so it's decreasing the weight. So that's just a quick example. I could either scale my reps, I could scale my range of motion, or I could scale the weight. Those are 3 different ways to scale. So Cindy is a great workout. Your job is to get as many rounds and reps as possible in that 20-minute window. You should be moving at all times, moving as fast as possible with good form, making sure that you're doing all of your reps to standard, chin above the bar for each pull-up, arms fully locked out between each one, making sure for the push-up, I'm getting my chest all the way to the ground. Obviously, if you can't do push-ups, we can modify just like we said earlier. I can modify the reps. I could do, instead of 10 push-ups per round, I could do 5 push-ups per round. It doesn't matter. That would be an example of scaling reps. I can scale range of motion. I could take a plate or a pad and put it underneath my chest. I mean, heck, I could even use this kettlebell if I wanted. And I could just do my push-ups to the kettlebell. Okay, that would be scaling the range of motion. And then I could also scale the weight. So if I wanted to scale the weight, I could do my push-ups from my knees. And then if I do my push-ups from my knees, that is taking the weight off of the push-up. So you can see I'm not going to do this for all of them. I just wanted to give you some examples. Let's move on to workout number 2, and that is Fran. Fran is a short, fast workout that some people can do in under 2 minutes, which is crazy. My personal record for Fran is about 2:20, something like that. And that was actually with chest to bar pull-ups. So Fran is 21, 15, and 9 repetitions of thrusters and pull-ups. The thruster weight, as prescribed, is 95 pounds for men, 65 pounds for women. A thruster is where I take the bar to my shoulders, I squat all the way down below parallel, and in one fluid motion drive overhead. So that's 1, 2. It's 21 thrusters, then 21 pull-ups. Again, those pull-ups can be strict pull-ups, kipping pull-ups, butterfly pull-ups. If you wanted to make it harder, you could do chest to bar pull-ups. Wouldn't recommend it for your first time, but 21 pull-ups. After I'm done 21 and 21, then it's 15 thrusters, 15 pull-ups, 9 thrusters, 9 pull-ups, 4 times. So that means you have a set amount of work. It winds up being 45 thrusters and 45 pull-ups, just done in that 21, 21, 15, 15, 9, 9 rep scheme. And your job is to complete that amount of work in the quickest time possible. I've seen people do it in 2 minutes or less, which is crazy, all the way up to, there's some people who this workout might take them 20 minutes, which I'd say is far too long, and they should have scaled the reps, the range of motion, or the weight on that pull-up or the thruster, right? So again, quick example, how can we scale the reps? Instead of 21, 15, 9, we could do 15, 12, 9. That could be a great way to scale the reps. If you wanted to scale the range of motion, we could do the thrusters, but maybe not have to squat all the way down. Let's say you have a knee problem, you can't go all the way down into your squat. You could do 21 push presses instead. That might be a way to scale the range of motion, or jumping pull-ups. And then to scale the weight, we can obviously take the weight on the barbell, drop it down, and I can add a band to the pull-up to reduce my body weight on the pull-ups. That's another quick example. So Fran, great workout. The target for you on your first time, who knows how long it'll take, but generally speaking, this workout should be in around the 5 to 8 minute range for most average human beings. If you get really good and really efficient, we're talking in the 2 to 4 minute range. Anywhere in that range is a very, very fast score, and it's a great Fran. They should be high power output. You're moving very, very fast, quick transitions between the implements, and Fran will make you burn in ways you didn't know you could burn. It's a great test of power output. Do you want to learn how to do movements like this, or maybe even like this? then you should join WODprep Academy. Inside of WODprep Academy, we have training courses that teach you how to RX pretty much every CrossFit skill imaginable. It's a low annual fee, and it comes with a complete money-back guarantee. So if you want to finally learn how to do double unders, bar muscle-ups, toes to bar, handstand push-ups, handstand walks, Olympic weightlifting, running, biking, rowing, and so much more, including mobility, it's all inside WODprep Academy. Go to wodprep.com/academy to learn more. Workout number 3 is Helen. Helen is a great test, and it kind of falls in that middle window of workouts. While Fran might only take 3, 4, 5 minutes, and Cindy is a 20-minute AMRAP, which means it always takes 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes of work. Helen is another 4-time workout, and it's gonna fall somewhere in the 10 to 15-minute range for most people. Some people faster, some people slower. Helen is 3 rounds, 4-time, meaning I'm trying to get 3 rounds done as quickly as possible. And each round consists of a 400-meter run, 21 kettlebell swings, 53 pounds for guys, 35 pounds for ladies. The kettlebell swings are American kettlebell swings. So that means the bottom of the bell is facing the ceiling, arms locked out every rep. Okay, so those are kettlebell swings. And then 12 pull-ups. So again, 3 rounds for time, 400-meter run, 21 kettlebell swings, 12 pull-ups. Those pull-ups, again, can be any pull-up you want. They could be strict, they could be kipping, they could be butterfly. As long as your arms lock out between each rep and your chin ends up over the plane of the pull-up bar, that is a pull-up when it comes to functional fitness. So again, how can we scale the reps? We can reduce the reps. We could run less. We could run 200 meters each round. We could do less kettlebell swings. We could do less pull-ups. How can we scale the range of motion? If going overhead with the kettlebell is too much, you could do Russian kettlebell swings that basically just come to eye level. So that would be one way. You can do those jumping pull-ups we talked about. To scale the weight, I can, rather than using a 53-pound kettlebell for the guys, I can move down to a lower weight. I could use a 44 or a 35 and do the reps that way. I can add a band to the pull-up and do slightly banded pull-ups to reduce my weight on the pull-up bar. So that is a great example how we can scale the reps, range of motion, and weight for Helen. It's a great test, and again, you should be aiming for that 10 to 15-minute range. Again, do not take your foot off the gas pedal. You should be moving. This is still considered a fast workout, and if you're taking a lot of breaks, it's really gonna eat into your time. So you need to run fast, swing fast, and pull up fast, and get right back on that next run. 3 rounds for time. That's Helen. Benchmark workout number 4 for CrossFit beginners. I'm gonna say Grace, and not say Grace. Grace is a benchmark workout. It's a named workout, and it is simply 30 clean and jerks for time, 135 pounds for guys, 95 pounds for women. And you can see here I have 95 pounds loaded on the bar just for demonstration purposes. Grace is simply 30 clean and jerks for time. Now, these clean and jerks, most of the time when it's programmed, it can be this. It can be a power clean to a push jerk. And for a lot of people, they do it really fast, and it might look like this. So they cycle it really fast, okay? I actually do have benchmark workout strategy guides on YouTube for workouts like Fran, Grace. Pretty sure we have one for Cindy. If you just search WODprep Grace into YouTube, you'll find that video. But Grace is a simple workout. It's 4-time, 3, 2, 1, go. Your job is to do 30 clean and jerks as fast as humanly possible, which means every rep, the barbell starts in the ground. I get it to my shoulders and get it overhead with my elbows, hips, and knees locked out. That's 1 rep. And your goal is to do 30 of those as fast as possible. Some people hold on and they do 30 unbroken. Some people do a few bigger sets. Me, most of the time when I do it, I do 1 and I drop, pick the barbell up from the bottom and go again and do 30 clean and jerk singles. Remember, the clean and jerk, it can be any clean. So for most people, a simple power clean to the shoulders works. And then the jerk, a lot of people use a push jerk. You could do a push press, you could do a strict press if you really wanted to, or you can do a split jerk. It's just basically get the bar to your shoulders, and then get this bar from your shoulders to overhead, and then finish out in this locked out position. That is the clean and jerk for Grace. Simple workout. For some people, this is going to take 1 minute and 30 seconds, which is very, very fast. And then for others at the prescribed weight, it might take 5+ minutes. It all depends on how strong you are and how quickly you can move that barbell. Again, yes, we can scale the reps. We could try, rather than 30, maybe do 20. That would be a way to scale the reps. You can scale the range of motion. Not as much with this workout, but hypothetically, if pulling from the ground is too hard for you, maybe bending over and all the way from the ground is too difficult, you could do hang clean and jerks. But for this workout, I wouldn't really scale the range of motion as much, but something you can definitely scale is our third option, and that's the weight. Let's say 135 pounds for the guys, too heavy for you, that's fine. Drop it down to 115 or 95 or 65 or just the barbell. It doesn't really matter. So this is a great workout where you can easily scale the reps or the weight. And that brings us to the 5th and final workout. This was a hard list to come up with, but I think I have a really good one for workout number 5. And that is one of my personal favorites and the first hero workout, benchmark workout on this list, and that is DT. DT is a hero workout that's dedicated to a fallen soldier. Just Google CrossFit DT and the whole story of that soldier will come up and why we're dedicating a workout to him. But DT is a simple workout. All you need is the barbell. But when I say simple, I don't mean easy. This is a tough workout, and I highly recommend most of you, especially if you're a beginner, you should definitely scale the weight because it is pretty heavy. DT is 5 rounds, 4 time of 12 deadlifts. So 12 deadlifts, and then 9 hang power cleans. So 9 of those, and then 6 push jerks. Okay? Like the other videos, I have a full video about how to get your best score on DT. What I wanted to mention to you here is that this is another great benchmark workout because it demonstrates skill with the barbell, and it's another one of those 4-time workouts. I'm trying to get 5 rounds of 12 deadlifts, 9 hang power cleans, and 6 push jerks done in as quick a time as I possibly can. Some people, shockingly, can do this in that 5 to 6 minute range, and then others, it might take them 20 minutes to do this workout. It all depends on how heavy the weight is for you and how efficient you are at doing all the movements. Again, I do have a complete video guide on how to do a great job with this workout and get your best score, but for the sake of this video, here's what I need you to focus on, is how can we scale to make it appropriate for you. The weights for DT are supposed to be 155 pounds for guys and 105 pounds for ladies. If that's too heavy for you, which for a lot of you it will be, 155 still is pretty heavy for me when I do DT. So a great thing to scale would be that third option, scaling the weight. Do DT, do the 5 rounds of 12, 9, and 6, but do them with a much lighter load. That would be a great first time DT. Or you could scale the reps. If you wanted to, rather than doing 5 rounds of DT, you could do 3 rounds of DT, and that would be a good benchmark score for you to measure yourself up against in the future. And then if you needed to, you could scale the range of motion. However, for this workout, I wouldn't do that because these movements aren't really scalable range of motion wide. I mean, we still need to go overhead. We still need to get the bar to our front rack. And then the deadlift probably doesn't need too much scaling. You could do a partial deadlift where you put the barbell on plates, but I think for this workout, we're gonna either wanna scale the reps or the weight, not necessarily the range of motion. So I hope that you like this list. That was 5 different workouts, 5 benchmark workouts, 4 named workouts after girls, and then the 5th is a hero workout after a fallen soldier. I want to know from you, what other workouts, if you've done some benchmark workouts before, what other workouts would you like to throw into this list? Put them down below. I want to see what's your favorite benchmark named workout. It might be one from this list. It might be one that I didn't include, but make sure it's friendly for beginners, because that's what I like about this whole list is with only 3 pieces of equipment, we can do all of these workouts, and you're gonna get a mix of weightlifting, you're gonna get a mix of endurance, body weight stuff. It's a great mix of workouts that I think are perfect for beginners. So I hope that you liked this video. Thumbs up if you did, thumbs down if you didn't. Smash the subscribe button. If you have any questions at all about how to scale, about the specific workouts or strategy, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I'll make sure to include a list of all of our other videos that go into more detail about each one of these workouts. And if you're someone who really wants to increase your performance, I have a couple things for you. Number one, I have a free training guide. It's called How to Go From Scaled to RX. It's a little book that I wrote. It's completely free. Just go to WODprep.com/ebook and you can download that. I also have a bunch of other free training guides. If you just go to WODprep.com, click from the drop-down menu, enter your name and email, you can get free training guides for anything. But if you're someone who really wants to take this sport seriously, if you really want to get better at the sport of fitness, then go to WODprep.com/academy. WODprep Academy is where I have all of my best training courses, all of these online schools that teach you how to do things like double unders, pull-ups, handstand push-ups, handstand walks, and more. All of it is all under one umbrella called WODprep Academy. It's our best deal, and it's a great way to level up your performance. You can go check that out at WODprep.com/academy. And with that, I hope you like this video. I'll be back with more beginner content next week. Surprise! Do you like this video? Well, we got a lot more where that came from, and hopefully I'm less jacked up on caffeine. Click this box to get more free WODprep videos.